This is such a good question here that I wanted to do a quick video on it. So Kevin comes out and he says, just a question, and he believes that if myself and other sharps are betting on a team, then that's what forces the line to move. So he asks, are we really finding value, or are you just creating the value because your line movements feel better soon? Thank you, Kevin. I do. That is a very good question. I want to address this and get into the topic of line freezes. Okay, so what is value? Value is simply your ability to beat the closing line. But Kevin has an excellent argument here saying, well, look, if you and a bunch of other sharp bettors all think that a line is undervalued, you're betting on it, and then Vegas is moving the line, are you not creating that? Yes, that is in essence how value is created. Value is created because Vegas is acknowledging they got it wrong. If Vegas thinks they got it right, you have what is called a line freeze. And be very careful when you see line freezes, okay? A line freeze, guys, I'm going to explain to you right now. So let's say myself, a bunch of other sharp bettors all bet on Pittsburgh. We love Pittsburgh. They're -7. We love them. We start hammering bets down on Pittsburgh, okay? Normally, what are you going to see? You're going to see line go to -7.5, -8, maybe -8.5, right? The more sharp money that comes in on this side, the more willing Vegas is to move that line and acknowledge they made a mistake. Hence, we have found value. Yes, the sharps are moving the line, but it is the admission by Vegas that the line was wrong that really is the value there. Okay, now where you have to be really worried is a line freeze out. If Vegas is convinced their line was accurate, you can have multiple sharp people betting on one side of a game, but that line doesn't move. That is a very, very strong indicator to be wary of that game. So let's say that Pittsburgh game -7, I love it, I'm betting it, a bunch of other sharps are betting it, and the line stays at 7. Well, right there, guys, Vegas is saying, fine, go ahead and bet that number, but we're not admitting we're wrong, okay? So did we find value in the line? No, we didn't. The market stayed right where it was. Now, the scariest scenario is number 3, where you have the reverse line move. And this rarely occurs when there's a bunch of sharps and steam on one side, but it can. And that is where the line should move to 7.5. We think it should because there's all these sharps betting it. And Vegas goes to 6.5. Yes, they go the other way. That is the dreaded reverse line move. So at the end of the day, Kevin, this is a fantastic question. And absolutely, it is us creating that movement. We are creating that movement because we are betting on that side. But the more sharp money that comes in on that side, the more Vegas questions it and says, we got it wrong, okay? Remember, this market is no different than the stock market. You have undervalued and overvalued assets every single day. It's the job of the professional sports bettor to go out and identify which stocks are underpriced and which stocks are overpriced. And if I see a line at -130 that I think should be -200, I'm going to bet the hell out of that. And Vegas is going to adjust that line. And if they don't, if they believe that they have it accurate, you'll get a line freeze and they won't move it, okay? But most of the time, when we go and we bet these 2-unit plays, guys, like we had that massive amount of value yesterday, Vegas is going to acknowledge they got it wrong and they moved the line, okay? That is the game we play every day, guys. That is what the retail books don't understand, that books like Pinnacle do understand, okay? Pinnacle, they let sharps bet money, good amounts of money. Why? Simple. They can use my bets to sharpen their lines and make them better. That is why Pinnacle is the sharpest book in the world, because when I go out and I place that wager, I move the line every single bet that I place on Pinnacle, every time, okay? But these other retail books, they just copy Pinnacle's movement and a few other sharp books' movements, so they don't have to put their own capital at risk. But at the end of the day, guys, it is a fantastic question, and that is value and line movement 101, okay? So yes, we are the ones moving the line, but it is an acknowledgement that we have found value. Not necessarily created the value, we have found the value, okay? Be wary of line freezes, and reverse line moves, be very scared of. All right, guys, wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you soon.